Good evening. We'll call the regular meeting of the Newark City School District to order. Mr. Montgomery, if you can call the roll, please.
Yes. Mr. Blind. Here. Mr. Flowers. Here. Mr. Carr. Ms. Nickum.
Here.
And Mr. Weber.
Here. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Call.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have resolutions of recognition.
Well, I would recognize one young man, a graduate, former graduate of ours, that's in school, Jacob Silas, over there. Jacob went away. And here he's majoring in education. He goes to OUZ, and his mother's a teacher for us here in the district. Jacob's a good young man, and so he had to come observe a school board meeting tonight. And I told him probably a short paper tonight, a couple paragraphs. So he's smiling about that. At least it's on camera to prove that this is what happened. In case they question your source. So welcome. Good to hear you're doing so well.
Thank you for coming. Okay, any communications from the floor? If you do, you can step forward and say your name. And you have 5 minutes to present your case. Having none, we'll move on to Treasurer's recommendation.
Can I please get a motion and a second to approve the following? Approval of the board minutes from the last meeting. B, we're going to remove B. Julio said, unfortunately, was not able to get to prepare those documents for you. They'll have them for you at the next board meeting. He sincerely apologizes. C, the approval of the FY19 Supplemental Permanent Appropriations Resolution. And D, the approval of the tax amounts and rates presented to us by the Lincoln County Auditor's Office.
I will move that we approve Treasurer's recommendations A, C, and G.
Second.
We call roll, sir.
Yes, sir. Mr. Blind.
Yes.
Mr. Flowers.
Yes.
Ms. Nickum.
Yes.
And Mr. Weber.
Yes. Number 3, Superintendent's recommendation.
Okay, and personnel, sad to share, but happy for Master Sergeant Soto in our ROTC program. He will be leaving us at the end of the year to pursue a similar opportunity in Houston, Texas. The good thing is that they're the school he's going to, they're the Wildcats, and they have the same colors as ours. So he's excited about that, to share some of the same things that they're doing. Mrs. Davis, who will be on that's a leave of absence, not a resignation. Mrs. Davis, that's for child care through the end of the school year. Appointments and assignments, you see that we have the football coach that we hired a few months ago into a teaching position here, and to be assigned at a later date. Supplemental contracts, mostly for the after-school program. There's a few salary and position adjustments. As always, substitutes, and there was a good article in the paper requesting, and I answered some questions at the basketball game the other night. If you have a 4-year degree and it's something you does not have to be in education, contact the personnel office. Mrs. Quackenbush will help you go through it and do that. And so that's items A.
I'll second.
Call roll, please.
Mr. Blind.
Yes.
Mr. Flowers.
Yes.
Ms. Nickum.
Yes.
And Mr. Weber.
Yes.
Okay, under B, we have our special education contracts with the 4 schools listed. Item 3, we're always proud to do this, approval of graduates from the Newark Digital Academy. We have Navia Burford, Cameron Kessler, and Matthew Grabo. So congratulations to those 3 students. Also included is the approval of the 2019-20 school year and 2020-21. I think it says 2012 on that, and I just caught that.
I did too.
So let's transpose the 1 and 2, please. I want to go back to 2012, that's so long ago. But I do want to make mention that this is the first year that we had a committee of Mrs. Quackenbush and a couple of principals that were on that, and also Denise Wiley, Angie Adkins, and Noelle Blevins did that, and they put a lot of time and effort into that. This was sent out to our teachers. Three different ones for each year was sent to our teachers for a teacher vote, and 2 of them were very close. Like a presidential election, we had to wait till it's certified for a week and go back through the votes. Isn't that what you did, Angie?
I'm sorry,
Not
I'm looking
paying
at my
attention.
notes now.
I said 2 were close.
Yeah.
That
2
you
were
had
very
to go
close.
back through and certify the votes, just like a governor or presidential election, I think, in there.
I was on top of it.
Yeah, it just so happened, yes, and very, I mean, they spent a lot of time and effort in that, and we appreciate that. And so, you know, we're not required to choose the highest one by the teachers, but it was very similar, and I think Barbara would say that was a great process to go through, and it's a 2-year, multi-year, so that.
And I have the data if you guys want to see it. I have the data right here, so.
It looks like each year you threw in one and just had no chance at all.
Pretty much. Yeah. The 2019-2020 calendar, the overall voted one was at 44.5%, and the next closest was 41.9%, and then the third one was 13.5%. So.
And I would add that, as always, it didn't surprise me that Barbara had shared with me that, you know, the student interest was the top focus of this calendar, what's best for students. And so we appreciate that effort. So. Item C is a public announcement regarding Part B special education funds. I'll go ahead and read that because I do every year required. Recommend the following announcement be made. The Newark City Schools Special Education Department will soon be applying for Part B grant monies for the 2019-2020 school year. These are federal funds used to support the education of students with disabilities for whom Newark City Schools is financially responsible. Each year, the district collects inputs from parents, staff, community members regarding the expenditure of these monies. If you have ideas regarding the use of these funds, please send comments or requests by April 1st, 2019 to Melinda Vaughn via electronic email at mvaughn@laca.org or in written form to Newark City Schools, 621 Mount Vernon Road, Newark, Ohio. Under I, acceptance of gifts. We are, as always, very appreciative of the generosity of our community. Our junior ROTC group was giving $2,065.50 from National Trail to Raceway. And I will tell you that our ROTC program is out there. I mean, they are out there. Browns, Bengals, state tournaments, crew games, exactly. And I know Bev has been there because she sent me a photo when they did that. And I'll tell you, when you're at a big venue like that and it goes out there, and our students always represent our district very well, it's great to see. And so it's great to see that National Trail Raceway has recognized that and has shared that. Our food service, the United Steelworkers, $1,000. Local union, $1237, and thank you very much. What they use that $1,000 is to help offset some of the charges that our students have at their schools. And so thank you to the Steelworkers for your generosity. And then under item D, we're going to table those until next month when Mr. Valaderas is around. That's my report.
You had a question about some dates on the calendar. Were those resolved?
Yeah. Gloria got back to me, said she's going to change it. I think it said that the last day of school was
25th.
Friday the 25th, and graduation was the 29th, which would have put graduation on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
So she said that it should have said Tuesday the 25th. So she's going to get that.
Not graduation,
No,
last day of school, yeah.
no Tuesday graduation.
No.
Do we have a motion and a second?
So,
Second. Call roll, please.
Mr. Blind.
Yes.
Mr. Blowers.
Yes.
Mr. Nickum. Or Ms. Nickum.
Yes.
Sorry. And Mr. Weber.
Yes.
that's funny.
My apologies.
There's a story behind that one. Not the first trip. That's right.
Well, you're in Jeff Anderson's class.
I want to go for Mr. Carr.
Hey, Board of Education, reports and recommendations. Legislative liaison report. Board discussion.
I'd like to thank Trent for taking his evening and filling in tonight. For the millions out there, Julio is still with us. His mother had a medical emergency in California. It sounds like he got a flight out in about 3 minutes. I was amazed how quick he was able to head out there. So best of luck to Julio and his family. I lost the names. Congratulations to the 3 graduates from the Digital Academy. It's always great to see that. We need to do something special when they graduate. I'm sure they don't come back for graduation.
Some of them do. Not all of them.
Last thing we want to do is make a Master Sergeant Soto, sorry to see him leave, but I understand his situation and, fully understand. Chelsea Lane, every time I see a crossing guard, I think, wow, what a job that is, especially in Cherry Valley. When you take the traffic down there at 30th and West Main, the responsibility these crossing guards take on is just unbelievable. Also, big thank you for the gifts. Very generous gifts this month. And I think we're going to make it by the start of the girls' game against After Centric.
I have to talk to you.
Good point. No, we'll be there by second half.
Well, ditto everything Thomas said. Jacob, glad you were here tonight. Hope we gave you something to write. If not, you can call Tom, okay? All right? Okay, good. So, and good luck in your classes at OUC. All right? Very good. This is the most patriotic month of the year. What? 4th of July. Well, our 2 most prominent leaders of this nation were both born this month, and I'm hoping that we see some recognition of that in our schools this year. So I hope we get the word out and we celebrate Abraham Lincoln's and George Washington's birthday. I know some of our students think that we have President's Day, which actually is on George Washington's birthday, but I'd like to see an emphasis put on celebrating and recognizing those 2 leaders of our nation. So that's my soapbox for tonight. Thank you. And Trent, thank you for filling in tonight. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.
I enjoyed the Advocate article about the substitute teachers. I like seeing John Johnson pictured one of our former teachers as a guest teacher serving, so that was a nice picture and a nice article. Who else is doing? Solo and ensemble contest have started, so the band, orchestra, and choir, their spring season is underway lots of extra rehearsals this week, getting ready for
That's for
some
workshop.
for some competitions for the concert and symphonic bands. And so just look for those out there. There's lots of those things going on, as well as our sports. Basketball about to hit tournaments, but then we'll be rolling into all of our spring sports. So, as I say every month, I think there's always something to do at North City Schools in the evenings, so check out the activities and enjoy.
I'd like to say thank you guys for having me here tonight. It's on my short notice, so I apologize that some of the stuff wasn't completed. And again, thank you, and I enjoy being here. So.
Hey, I know that this group out here, Barb, Laura, Mindy, Mark, Amy, and Emma would echo this with me because we've had a lot of conversations lately. Obviously, you know the stress of whether to have school or not have school falls down on my shoulders from that standpoint. But I want to recognize a group of folks that, on a snow day, my day generally starts at 4:30 in the morning. I'll tell you, Thursday night we talked late, thought we're going to get 1 to 2 inches of snow, and at 4:30 I got a call from Larry Williamson, you might want to look outside. And I did, it's like, whoa, that's a lot of 1 inch out there from that standpoint. But I want to recognize our maintenance crew, our bus drivers, and our cooks, because what that does to them, Todd Gallup and his crew starts food at 7:30 in the morning. And buses start to roll on delays, 4 to 8 at the latest, those kind of things. And that's a very difficult decision. And so, but I'll tell you that Larry and his crew will be in here. Larry left his house at 4 a.m. Friday to come plow snow with his group. They were plowing, got a call that a boiler blew at Hillview Elementary School. And so Larry and a few took off over there while others plowed. Custodial workers putting salt down on the sidewalks, all those things. And then my day ended with Larry Williams at about 6:30 at night as I was coming down 13 to come to the basketball game. He was going out 13 to go home. And I will just share with you that crew, Larry's crew, Todd's crew, Teresa's crew, all supervised by Mark, and Mark can tell you that we are so blessed in this school district to have those folks. They're the real leaders of our district. Working so hard to make it safe for kids to come to school and our buildings that clean. And you look at last week when you walk in a building and you see a lot of the salt and everything drug into a hallway, and it's not long after that you see a shiny floor, those type of things. And so into our community, for when kids are out of school, they still need to eat, a lot of them, and there's a lot of groups out there taking care of our students from that standpoint. So big thank you. It's just another reason why it's a great time to be a Cat. A lot of great people here.
I want to thank you for coming out. I really appreciate that. The other thing I think is, your team, the whole team, you talk about making that decision whether to close schools or delay school. That's a tough decision. Not everybody's going to like you. And hopefully not everyone will hate you. But, it's all about the safety of the kids. And I hear people will say, well, you used to walk 40 miles in the snow. That was then, and this is now. And all it takes is one of the buses to slide around the corner, or some kid gets frostbitten away on the corner for the bus. So it's better to be cautious than say, well, they can make it. So that is a tough decision at 3 or 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
And I'll share with you, Warren, we won't cancel again this year because I got threatened Friday night to send their kids over to me to watch the next time we do.
So you'll pass them down.
Oh yeah, Barb. The other Barb's office.
Well, yeah, thank you all. And thank you all for coming. And we don't have an executive session this afternoon, so that I'll hear motions to adjourn.
So,
Don't rush.
I'm trying to meet the meeting. Yeah.
Mr. Blind,
yes.
Mr. Blowers,
Yes.
Miss Nichols,
Yes.
Mr. Weber.
Yes. We're adjourned.